Here's a special Christmas weather forecast for the contiguous United States and Canada over the next few days from Christmas Eve night through until December 27th. So who will have a white Christmas here this year? Well, as you'd probably expect, there's certainly going to be lots of snow lying on the ground throughout Canada and parts of northern parts of the United States, but whether there will be falling snow remains to be seen. Beginning with this evening then, we could be seeing some snow over parts of British Columbia overnight with a low temperature here of -2. Rain further south in parts of Oregon and Washington State with temperatures just above freezing probably overnight in the 30s Fahrenheit. Further south into California, cloud in the north, clearer in the south, temperatures between 6 and 11, that's 43 to 52. Inland, we're looking at clear skies for much of the southern United States from Phoenix up to Salt Lake City, 9 degrees in the former, -8 in the latter overnight, -7 up in Billings as well in Montana. Looking further north and east, we're looking at more overcast skies, particularly in Canada, -18 degrees in Winnipeg, that's 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and -34 further north, -4 degrees in Kansas City. So looking further east now on Tuesday night, so we have cloud to the north and to the south with some clear skies in between, partly cloudy skies generally along the Gulf Coast states, with a low temperature of 4 degrees in Pensacola. A mostly clear night in Miami, 22 degrees Celsius there, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Further north, most places dropping below freezing, and the clear skies throughout the central region, in the mid-Atlantic coastal region as well. Further north in New York, -5, 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and -21 in Toronto, that would be -5 degrees Fahrenheit. With more cloud up there as well, and possibly some snow over Nova Scotia and over in Newfoundland as well, with low temperatures here between -4 and 5 degrees, possibly a little bit lower than that, low 20s degrees Fahrenheit. So looking at Christmas Day, we've sort of got a northwest southeasterly split where we'll be seeing some sunshine towards the south and more cloud further north. As far as precipitation is concerned, probably not much, if any, in the United States, but over the border in Canada, we could be seeing some snow occurring in British Columbia and in Alberta. More clouds eastwards from there, where we could be seeing some low temperatures still occurring, -17 in Winnipeg, which is 1 degree Fahrenheit. Further south, lots of sunshine in areas such as Salt Lake City, which will be remaining below freezing, and 0 degrees in Kansas City, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Further south in Arizona and in Los Angeles, we're looking at higher temperatures, as you'd probably expect for this time of year, into the 20s, in the high 60s, low 70s degrees Fahrenheit. Looking further east, conditions on Christmas Day will be remaining dry in southern parts of the United States, with high temperatures of around 8 degrees along the coast of the Gulf Coast, 12 degrees in Texas generally under overcast skies, so a little bit warmer there, 25 degrees in Miami. Further north, we'll be looking at temperatures below freezing in New York, for instance, -1, 30 degrees Fahrenheit under mostly sunny skies. As far as snow's concerned, we could see some in Illinois, further eastwards into Ohio, Michigan, and into southern Canada as well, Ontario. And again, more snow over in Nova Scotia and in Newfoundland during the day, with low temperatures there, -4 degrees as a high, 25 Fahrenheit. So on Christmas Day night, this is how it's looking. Remaining murky and overcast on the west coast for the most part, with some snow continuing further north across the border into Canada, into British Columbia. That's probably the only region in this graphic here where we'll be seeing snow overnight, with partly cloudy conditions or overcast conditions occurring elsewhere at that latitude. Further south into the United States, in the southern reaches of that, certainly clear skies, low temperatures of 8 to 9 degrees in Arizona and southern California, low temperatures into the teen digits in Salt Lake City, into the high 20s in Denver, Colorado, and into the mid-20s and low 20s further east than that. Further north into Canada, Winnipeg, -22, that's around -6 degrees Fahrenheit, and further north colder still. Moving further east once more, not many places getting away with clear skies during the night, except for perhaps the Atlantic Canada region, with a very cold night there, as low as -13 degrees Celsius in Newfoundland. Elsewhere, remaining below freezing from much of the northeast of the United States into Canada as well, with some snow occurring near the Great Lakes region overnight as well. Further south, remaining overcast for the most part, with one or two little areas where it might clear up a little bit, with rain further south in Florida. In Miami, a low of 23 degrees Celsius to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Much cooler in the northern Gulf Coast region, where temperatures will be into the 40s degrees Fahrenheit under overcast skies here as well. And you probably won't have to go too far north to find some below freezing temperatures from those locations. So looking on to Thursday, almost a repeat of what we've seen the previous day, with some snow occurring in parts of British Columbia, but also possibly in Manitoba as well, in between some sunny intervals. Further south into the Great Plains region, temperatures should be just above freezing at the very minimum, possibly a little bit higher than that, possibly into the 40s. Further west over the Rocky Mountain range, temperatures will be struggling to get above freezing further north. Along the west coast of the United States, San Francisco 13 degrees Celsius, 55 degrees Fahrenheit, under overcast skies for the most part. Possibly some bright periods occurring throughout the day as well, but for the most part it will probably be cloudy. But as you can see, no widespread snowfall occurring in this area. Looking further towards the east once more on Thursday now, partly cloudy skies for the most part, with rain further south again in Florida, with a high in Miami of 25 degrees Celsius, 77 Fahrenheit, possibly with thunderstorms. Elsewhere there will be no precipitation mainly, apart from in parts of Quebec in Canada, where we could be seeing some snowfall occurring there, temperatures well below freezing, as you'd expect for that region. The best of the weather will probably be found in Louisiana or Mississippi, Alabama, that region, where we could be seeing some partly cloudy conditions with a high temperature of 13 degrees, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Clear skies almost in Newfoundland, but it will be very cold up there. -9 degrees is the high temperature, that is 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving on to Thursday night then now. Again, similar conditions, more cloud towards the north and west, more clearer skies towards the south and east. Significant accumulations of snow will likely still be occurring in interior parts of British Columbia and further north, of course, with low temperatures there around freezing. The Pacific Northwest as a whole will probably not be too far above freezing overnight either, under mostly overcast skies. Low temperatures in Fahrenheit, 21 in Salt Lake City, 7 in Winnipeg, 27 in Kansas City and 28 degrees in Denver, the latter of which will probably be spent under clear skies, as will be the case in Phoenix, where it will be 8 degrees above freezing, that's 46 degrees Fahrenheit, and Los Angeles 9 degrees, 48. Further east again, we'll be seeing that most areas will be under some sort of cloud on Thursday night. Partly cloudy skies for the majority, especially further east, and we'll probably be seeing some clear skies in parts of the northeastern United States, but low temperatures, of course, below freezing, down to the 20s in Fahrenheit. Snow likely in the Midwest and the Great Lakes region, with temperatures well below freezing, into the 20s, perhaps into the teens in some regions, especially in Canada, with snow falling as far as Quebec, of course, where we'll be seeing even colder temperatures. On the periphery of this will be Nova Scotia, where we'll be seeing some mix of rain and sleet, possibly some snow as well, as the temperature falls to around freezing there, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and -5 and cloudy over in Newfoundland. Now moving on to Friday, where we'll probably be seeing some more murkier conditions occurring in the western half of North America, extending further south now as well into California. We'll be seeing some partly cloudy skies at worst down in Los Angeles. Further north, overcast conditions, perhaps a little bit of drizzle in the Pacific Northwest as well, turning into snow further north in British Columbia. Much better conditions occurring over in the Great Plains region, extending down to Arizona as well. A high temperature in Phoenix of 19 degrees, 66 Fahrenheit, and further north, most of those sunnier regions should be quite a bit above freezing. Across the border, we'll be seeing some snow in Edmonton, eastwards to Winnipeg, pretty much all the way, with low temperatures in the latter, -5, 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course colder further north, where we'll be seeing some more snow in Manitoba. Further eastwards then, we'll be looking at some more partly cloudy conditions for the most part, particularly towards the central part, the mid-Atlantic region and inland at that latitude. Snow further north, but not that much of it, though with sub-zero temperatures we'll be seeing it in Michigan and in Ontario for a certainty. Elsewhere, warmer along the Gulf Coast, and we'll be seeing some snow over in Newfoundland as well, where temperatures will be below freezing there, with some significant amounts of snow possible here. In terms of actual weather, the best conditions will probably be occurring in the northeastern United States. Now, temperatures will be not too far above freezing, but certainly not too bad for this time of year either. 3 degrees in New York, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's what's going on over the next 3 days at least. It's been a bit of a rushed forecast, as you could probably tell. And considering my relative inexperience with forecasting North America, but hopefully I didn't do too badly, hey? And due to the fact that this was recorded late on Christmas Eve, it's now down to me to say Merry Christmas to everyone watching the Force 13 channel, and I hope you do indeed have a good one and a prosperous new year as well. Thanks for watching.